5th of November. What have you got for us? Little bit of a frustrating nightmare with a bit of a battle in the afternoon, okay? That battle is likely to be held over from the morning, right? So this is like a frustrating morning that really shit gets in your way, and we want to fight somebody about it because we're going to have Mars moving to Sag. We're going to have a moon at 29 degrees going void. We're going to have Neptune at 29 degrees. So this energy is like very fucking tense, okay? Very fucking tense. Now, 1:55 a.m. and 1:56 a.m. while you are sleeping, hopefully while you are sleeping, right? This is going to help put some kind of mentality around like your confidence, right? Because the moon is at 29 degrees of Aries, 29 degrees bringing that kind of crisis energy, but it's also a Leo degree, right? 5 is also a Leo degree. And so this is like, hello, some kind of idea about the way that your confidence might present as a little too fiery needs to be fucking let go of, because you learned that from your childhood, which is very likely some kind of a wound that you've got, right? So now Mars at 0 degrees of Sagittarius, we're just starting this journey, right? Now Mars in Sag, as somebody with a natal Mars in Sag, I can tell you right now, there's a lot of fucking fire that comes with that, right? So we are, we've been Mars in Scorpio, which is more of a brooding, obsessive, possessive, connection to your emotions in order to motivate. When we get Mars in Sag, and I will do a whole video on it, when we get this Mars in Sag, it comes with fucking fire. Yeah. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is days away from going retrograde, and it is in Cancer. So there is a big family kind of journey that we are going on, and that Cancer energy, this requirement for nurturing, is going to sort of come through, because that we've got Mars being ruled over by Jupiter in Cancer, okay, about to go retrograde. So the journey that we're on with Mars in Sagittarius, it is involving somewhat of having to look back through the family, right? Because that's probably where that rage and that fire is likely to be coming from. But it is a good time to travel with Mars in Sag, okay? And I am saying that, but be aware of where the Mercury retrograde is, because that shit is going to not be good for traveling in, right? So there's going to be some really tentative times over the next kind of 6 weeks about when travel could work and when it couldn't work, or when it's going to be fucking annoying, all right? This is a day where travel is going to be fucking annoying, and everybody's going to be annoying, and everything is going to irritate you, okay? Especially if you're a fire sign. So we are moving into this 2:49 a.m. is where I was up to, and this is this 29 degree moon and a 29 degree Pisces Neptune retrograde. So again, this is like really self, right? The wound of self, and really seeing how the past, generational, ancestral, is connected to that, okay? And then the moon moves into Taurus, and then we get 3:25 a.m. and we're in this Taurus moon, but it's going to be a full moon, right? So this is the beginning of it. And something here, we need to understand something here, something that's not easy to understand. And so the moon in Taurus, right? Stubborn, doesn't want to move. Mars in Sag wants to fucking move, right? Wants to get shit done. So that's where that compromise is coming in, right? Because Taurus wants to do stable. I'm going to do it stable. I'm going to look at the beauty. I'm going to be present. I'm going to sit in it. I'm going to feel it. And Neptune in Pisces, no, my bad. Mars in Sag, right? Mars in Sag at 0 degrees. It's going. I want to start a journey. Let's go. I want to move. I don't want to sit and feel shit. I just want to go. I want to feel as I move, right? I'm not going to sit. I'm going to feel as I move, right? And because Sag, ruled by Jupiter, expansion, wants to move in a big way, okay? So then we get this helping aspect a few minutes later, thank fuck, which is a little bit hazy, but bringing Uranus in is going to help us be able to see something from a different perspective in order to be able to get that movement, right? That energy could be the one that helps you fucking get out of bed, okay? Because this, I'm telling you, you'll be running late. Mark my words. Mars in opposition with Uranus, okay? Mars in Sag, movement forward. Uranus in Gemini, right? Fuckery. Opposition, tug of war. Wanting to move, in a tug of war with the fuckery, okay? And then we get a square to Pluto, right? Now that square to Pluto, right? We've got that Taurus stubborn moon at 1 degree, the Aries degree saying I'm not fucking going anywhere. And Pluto in Aquarius, forward moving, so slowly. So Pluto is kind of saying, yeah, but hey, let's just like move forward a little bit slowly. And that Taurus moon is sticking its fucking heels in. Okay. So this is like where this kind of friction of trying to get the fuck out of bed is going to come from. And then at 6:14 a.m., right? Semi-square the node. This is going to be a little bit hazy because we've now got the North Node in Pisces at 16 degrees, which is a Cancer degree. And so this could bring up some really kind of immature emotions around like, I don't want to fucking go to work. I don't want to go to school. You can't make me. I'm going to do what I want to do. Okay. Because the idea of going towards something, getting out of bed and moving, that's not for me. Okay. And then 11:47 a.m., we might start feeling a bit of a shift, but because we're dealing with a Leo degree, this is like potentially someone needing you to compromise on something you're doing. Right? And you don't want to because you're very confident in what you're doing. But this could be a little bit of an like sharp tongue, right? Someone needs to have a bit of a fucking sharp tongue in order to get the fuck out of your way, right? And then 7:58 p.m., semi-square to Saturn, all of this energy, like all of it literally is annoying and very much waiting for a fight, okay? And so semi-square to Saturn, you know, we're at the Capricorn degree of the moon now. So we are even more stubborn. We are even more earthbound. We are even more locked in to really what it is that we think we need to be doing. And this kind of asks, a semi-square will ask the question of like, if I make this decision, is it worth it? Right, in one way or another. If I decide yes, is it worth it? If I decide no, is it worth it? Right. So there is a frustrating element to that 8 o'clock. And then just before midnight, we enter this energy of like, is it fucking worth trying to continue to understand something that both parties aren't really understanding? Okay. 13 degrees, 25 degrees. It's an Aries degree. It's very stubborn kind of energy. And like, it's just like, is it fucking worth it? Right. And the aspect after that, within like half an hour later, is the Taurus full moon. So like we roll through this fucking energy of like really clinging on to like what we think we know, and the Taurus moon wanting us to be present and really fucking enjoy things, right? And because Mars has just moved to Saggy, wants to fucking go, but Taurus says like stop and smell the fucking flowers, and Mars goes no. Like I've already read Mars in Sagittarius. I've already read what that flower smells like and looks like, and I don't want to waste any time stopping and smelling it. I'm just going to go, right? So that's the battle that's kind of coming up throughout the day of like this I need to move, and then the Taurus moon kind of trying to fucking slow us down. And so the Taurus full moon, which I will make a video on as well, it's not really making any terrible aspects, right? Like it is in opposition with the sun because that's how what a full moon is, and that's happening at the Aries degree, so it is really instigating something. And it's on that axis of Scorpio Taurus, so like the depths and the top level, but it's not making any other really nasty aspects, which is good because it literally just wants you to slow the fuck down and be present. Okay. So yeah, the 5th, last day before the full moon, and because that full moon is happening just after midnight down here in Melbourne, yeah, that energy is just gonna like progress all the way up. Okay. I would be doing any of your full moon fucking magic on the night of the 5th, as late as you can to get the most benefit out of it. Okay. Yeah, that's all I've got for you.